Okay, today we're discussing this guy here. It's called Dynamic. There's a lot of singing things. Great, good luck to him. But let's not mix the two up, okay? Here's a GoFund up for raising money for family courts, to go into family courts. So first of all, this actual screenshot is from a video that he put up some time ago about, hi, thanks everybody for donating, let me know that I have now filed my C100 and I'm in the family courts and I can't discuss my case. Okay, that is factually incorrect from his own mouth, because his other video not long ago was stating how he had to do mediation. Okay, let me explain to those people that don't know. In the UK, unless a C100 and a C1A is filed, a C1A being concerns, welfare concerns or safeguarding concerns, then a C100 cannot be filed until you've actually gone in for mediation, because you need a certificate from the mediator. So to have paid and applied to the courts was a misrepresentation to yourselves, or bullshit, whatever you want to call it. So people who are paying into this guy, I absolutely do not believe he's actually even filed into the court. Well, he hasn't filed into the court, because clearly he's on about mediation. We know that mediation doesn't work, however, it is a legal requirement. It is a legal requirement that you go for mediation before filing into the family courts. You need a certificate from the mediator to say that mediation has failed, nothing's happened there, and then you file into the family court. So that's what this guy has actually done. Also, what I've recently watched is him talking about fathers that take their lives. They do, they actually do. There is no doubt about it. But this guy wouldn't really know much about this. He's never been in family courts in 10 years. He's only now coming out causing concerns with his daughter on hearsay, who actually we are well aware of malicious calls and malicious people who don't like the other partner, fall out with them or whatever else, and who knows, I have no idea. That's not a bridge I'd want to cross. However, here's the position. If your people hadn't paid this guy money, would he be filing into family courts? We now know that he hasn't filed into family courts, because he talks about he has to do mediation before he goes into family courts. So his other video where he talks thanking everybody out there, oh, thank you so much, I have now filed my C100 and the case is, the C100 is filed and I'm in the family court, so I can't talk about my, disclose anything about my case, is bullpup, because he hasn't filed in. If he'd filed into family courts, then there is no reason for him to do mediation. And there are certain exemptions for mediation, which clearly he hasn't covered, because he talks about having to do mediation. Yeah, people don't know the complexities of family courts. So people can turn around and tell you what they like. Opening a GoFund when this guy makes a lot of money off TikToks. Why is he concerned about his views dropping? Because he makes money off it. He doesn't need your money. It's just he doesn't want to spend his own money. Why would he want to spend his own money after 10 years? Look, when I've talked about deadbeat parents, I talk about them in this way. Some parents will walk away, and it's mums or dads. In fact, a friend of mine many years ago, the mother walked out and left him with 3 kids. It's sad, it happens. They move on, they get another relation. In fact, she moved off, she went away with another man, blah, blah, blah. Left their kids, didn't bother, never looked back, didn't bother. This could be the same scenario with this guy. He's moved off, gone on, do his music, get a bunch of more kids, get a new relationship, and not bothered with the other. The concerning part of this is, when it comes down to alienation, people can alienate themselves. Alienating yourself by this person not bothering with his child for 10 years can cause alienation. It can cause a child to alienate this parent, or so-called. You know, you can't have your cake and eat it. This is one of the things in family courts. If you cannot fight for your child when the relationship breaks up, preferably we'd like everybody. I would absolutely love everybody to get on with their life after and co-parent, which most people do in this country. But there are deadbeats. There are deadbeat parents, and just because they've made a life with someone else and had a whole bunch of new kids doesn't not make them a deadbeat parent. This is a deadbeat parent, without a doubt. I have stood side by side with parents that have fought in family courts. I've been through family courts myself, and I've been in family courts helping many parents who struggle with family courts. And believe me, they struggle. So I know their struggles. This is an absolute disgrace, because this guy has no idea, and to pump his views and to pump t-shirts and to pump everything else, all on his GoFund, all this man wants to do is use the despair of other parents. His latest video, one of them, discussed nothing about parents taking their lives, dads taking their lives, dads taking their lives. Rain check, buddy. Let me give you a rain check, because mothers take their lives as well. It's not just fathers. Family courts is an horrific place to be as a targeted parent. This guy in 10 years has not spent 1 minute over the threshold of the family courts, in the family courts. And then expects to jump into a child's life after 10 years. A judge, if I was a judge, the first question I would ask is, where have you been for 10 years? Where have you been for 10 years that you now feel that you have to come and disrupt this child's life? Emotional harm is one of the big things in family courts. The child's welfare and their well-being is massively important throughout anything. And we know we struggle with everything at the moment, especially fathers, absolutely especially fathers. In 2019, through my other group, NAP, and through dads, we wanted people to write, didn't have to write the letter, we wrote it. We wrote the letter to ask for an independent review into the family courts. We got a harms panel because nobody bothered. But however, Women's Aid and all women, they did bother. More on the domestic abuse. And right now, they say that parental alienation is another way of the parent to continue the abuse onto the victim of domestic abuse. How can they say anything different? How can we not say anything different? What's this guy doing? Using parental alienation. Well, there's so many other parents. There are. Look, as much as people use domestic abuse, so do they use parental alienation. Now, in the UK, United Kingdom, the domestic abuse bill changed. It varied for the better in some aspects. However, there are still mountains to climb. There really are still mountains to climb. The other most important thing is that you do not, in the UK, need to prove parental alienation in your case. If you're spending month after month after month attempting to try and prove parental alienation, when any single one of the tick boxes for parental alienation is child abuse, then you are running a very slippery rope. You really are trying to climb a very slippery rope. But every so often, these people, they do come up. And you wouldn't believe that some of these people, there's some people out there that actually run groups and make money out of parental alienation. Me, make nothing. Don't intend to make anything. I've always said from the beginning, make nothing. If we have to raise anything, I'll go out, climb, do whatever I got to do to raise the money. At the moment, we have the blood on their hands plaque. Now the plaque, the wood, I make them out of pallets, I sand them, I plane them, I use my electricity, everything else, but unfortunately there is nothing I can do about postings. So we do look for funding from you people out there. If you help us with a GoFund so we can send them out, we can send more out. I'm in the process, I have masses of them done there ready, and I'm in the process of continuing this fight for the 21st of June to be outside courts. I will be outside Hull Court in the morning, I'll be at Telford Court in the afternoon, and I will then be at Swansea in the evening. So that's 3 courts. There's no time limit. It's a court in your area. But this is about the blood on their hands that contact denial kills. Hasn't affected him. He's gone on and made 3 more kids. Had a new relationship. Not looked back until maybe someone says there's no evidence to prove anything out there. Apart from something that he may have reported that an SP, like, there's a difference between a police officer and a special police. The special police, they walk around, the community police,